Become essential.
Welcome again to our Atos podcast series, Our People Are Essential, Stories from Behind the Scenes. In this series, we hear from remarkable individuals sharing how they deliver their best to make a difference for good, for our customers, and for society at large. My name is Jörg Bolender, and I'm your host today. I'm pleased to have Maria Martin Civiac with us. Last summer, Maria worked behind the scenes of one of the most iconic football tournaments, the UEFA Euro 2024. So let's learn more on how Maria's expertise has been essential to take the games to the next level. Welcome, Maria. Great to have you with us today. Can you share a bit about your role as ICT product owner for UEFA and how did you end up joining the Atos team working on Euro 2024?
Thanks, Jörg. Yeah, sure. I'm really excited, first of all, to be here with you today. And back on my experience, I'm currently a product owner with the Atos major events team, which ensures seamless IT operations for some of the world's biggest sporting events, like you mentioned, the UEFA competitions. And besides that, they have also proudly delivered services to the Olympic and Paralympic movement for over 30 years, actually. Then more precisely on UEFA, I specifically manage the venue services portfolio, and this portfolio includes the development and maintenance of 10 different event management tools, ranging from we have like a stadium digital twin to reporting platforms, and even an application that provides travel information, for example. So really a wide portfolio. And to the last question, my journey with Atos actually began back in 2012 during the London Olympic Games, where I worked as a venue IT manager for 3 months. Well, not actually the IT manager, I was the deputy. And it was an incredible experience. I was very fortunate to have it also while still in my final year at university. And from there, basically, I went on to work with other major sports organizations like FIS, the International Ski Federation, and the IOC, International Olympic Committee. And after these experiences in these organizations, last year, I decided to rejoin Atos, come back to the roots by taking on this exciting project in Switzerland, where I'm based, where I live in Lausanne.
Great, that's impressive. Thanks, Maria. Can you walk us through a typical day in your role during the tournament, as well as the weeks leading up to the event? So what kind of tasks did you handle? And out of curiosity, did you actually have been able to watch some of the matches?
So maybe let's take it from the beginning. During Euro, I was based what we call the Information Technology Command Center, the ITCC, located within the International Broadcasting Center in Leipzig, Germany. And this IBC is essentially where all the TV magic happens. So we can describe it as the hub from which the matches are broadcasted to the world. My role there was to ensure that all our technology applications were running smoothly on a daily basis. I was mostly responsible for quick addressing of any incidents that were raised, and also coordinating with our partners and developers, Atos developers, to resolve them as efficiently as possible. One of my key missions there was to submit to top management a report summarizing key events, any issues that we encountered, action points to follow up. And this helped provide top-level visibility into how everything is running across all venues. Also, while this reporting played a crucial role during the event, all the preparation phase was really essential for the smooth running of the competition. I actually started working on my portfolio of applications over a year ago after we finished the finals last year. And about the matches, yes, I was lucky enough to attend one in Leipzig. It was really an incredible experience. And it made me also realize the magnitude of what we were contributing to. So seeing everything come together like that was really super rewarding.
Thanks, Maria. I would love to hear your thoughts about what skills you found to be most essential in your role. And additionally, how do you feel this experience has contributed to your professional growth?
So since we're in the technology department and we develop software solutions, I think a key skill is to have strong IT skills. This is a must. Myself, I'm a computer engineer, and I was also once a developer, which really, I think it does help me a lot in my day-to-day work, especially when translating what the development team is talking about, making this link between the business need and the software. And then beyond technical skills, and since we're working on an international project, cultural awareness and language skills are equally important in my day-to-day job. We collaborate with several international teams, and I believe that respecting different cultures is crucial for fostering effective teamwork. Something also that may help is speaking a couple of European languages. This goes a long way in building relationships with colleagues from other countries here at UEFA and with our developers as well. And more precisely during Euro, I think one of the most critical skills for my role was communication. It was my responsibility to keep the communication flowing between the business sides, UEFA and Atos top management, and the development team. So everyone needed to have a status whenever we have a high incident issue, roughly every 30 minutes, along with an estimated resolution time if we had it. So basically, whenever we had incidents, we had to constantly do a bit of over communication, which is in this case much better than too little communication, especially since the pressure is high and the top management, they do like to know what we're up to. So keeping everyone informed and as calm as possible was key in this case.
Thank you. It's impressive. Euro 2024, it's a massive event with millions of viewers and participants. What was the most exciting aspect of working on such a high-profile event?
I think the most exciting part of working for this event or in this event was to live it from the insides, traveling there to Germany and being there for the kickoff of the tournament, making sure that everything was up and running was a great challenge and an opportunity. And as I said earlier, being at the IBC in the core of the TV production was super interesting. Also because I do enjoy traveling to new places while discovering new cultures and places, and practicing my German was also quite nice. Another aspect that I really liked about working at UEFA has been the possibility to train with the UEFA women's football team at the headquarters here in Switzerland. Luckily, they accept beginners and learning to play on weekly basis from some former female players has been really a huge privilege as well.
Thank you. Dankeschön. However, let's continue in English. To wrap up, what advice would you give, what advice or offer would you give to someone aspiring to build a career in IT, especially within the sports or events industry? I mean, your insights would be really invaluable to those looking to follow a similar path.
Yeah, great question. One that I've asked often as well. There are probably many different paths. I think everyone can find their way into the events industry, but what worked for me was starting to explore sports opportunities early on during my bachelor's degree, actually. So while I was studying computer engineering back in Madrid, I came across a poster in one of the university corridors that they were advertising a position to work for the London 2012 Olympic Games for IT students. And given my passion for sports, I really didn't hesitate for a second. I applied and luckily I got the opportunity, which was a dream come true. But other options that are perhaps a bit easier or more accessible ones is to volunteer at national or international events near your hometown, in your country, or the city you're living, because these are really fantastic opportunities to meet people from all ranges, international federations, and a bit the goal is to begin to build your network within the sports industry. Because no matter which path you take, I think my top advice is to focus on networking. The sports world is surprisingly small. You always meet twice, and if you already know someone in the organization that you want to apply for, or you have a contact in there, or someone maybe that they trust and can recommend you, it can make a huge difference. And I think this can really open many opportunities.
Absolutely. I can only confirm from a recruitment point of view. Thank you so much, Maria, for sharing your experience at Euro 2024 and giving us a behind-the-scenes glimpse of this incredible event. I'm certain your insights have been truly inspiring for our audience. Thanks so much.
Dankeschön.
For those of you who are interested in learning more about Atos or exploring career opportunities with us, I encourage you to visit our website at atos.net or atos.net/careers. And if you enjoyed today's podcast, be sure to tune in for our next edition. You can also catch up on previous episodes if you missed them. And my co-host, Debbie Maddens, and I will be speaking with more incredible individuals like Maria, who play a vital role in advancing what truly matters. We look forward to having you join us soon. Thank you and goodbye.
Become essential. Join us.